I just had sex. I'm about to eat nachos! It's the greatest moment of my life! Unless you screw it up with whatever it is you're about to say.
Nachos are really good. I really love nachos. Brain loves nachos. I'd say everybody loves nachos. There are parts of North American culture where nachos is just completely integrated. Everybody pretty much knows that it comes from down south of North America, good old Mexico. Because the best part about nachos too is that you can feed a whole bunch of people. It's like a pizza. Like you can feed a whole bunch of people really, really quickly with just like a couple different ingredients. Everybody's gonna be double dipping in that bitch, so get your own serving. For the meats, most common types that people use is definitely beef and chicken. I prefer to use chicken more than anything else, just for one, the flavor. Chicken is the easiest to use. For the vegetables, because there's a million and one vegetables out there, you can just customize, mix and match however you want, and get the flavor profile that you are really looking for. And that is exactly what I was looking for with my nacho. To be honest, I think we kind of succeeded here. I wasn't aiming for traditional nachos. So I was thinking of all these different ways to treat the meats here. And I was thinking the best way to do it would probably be braising it. So sear the meat and then put it inside of something to stew in for a couple hours. Putting it into the seasoned braise, it's just gonna infuse, it's gonna go a lot deeper inside of the meat than you know, just sprinkling it on. Next up, I had to prepare the chips. I didn't want to kind of skip out and just use Tostitos because with store-bought chips, yeah, they're super convenient, but problem is though is that the kind of structural integrity loses its merit after a little bit of time. If you just splash a little bit of cheese on there and it gets a little bit of grease all over, then you got a soggy chip. That's no fun. You're going to a party and you're coming in limp. It's just for the structural integrity of it all. Especially in our case, we're going to be just absolutely loading it up with as many ingredients as possible. Kind of carelessness to the wind with this here. The chip sizes that we were looking for, in our case we did them with halves because I wanted some nice big chips to deliver as many ingredients for the toppings into your mouth as possible. I didn't want no wimpy little chips that you kind of have to be dainty with. If you have a huge chip, then big scoop. You get some salsa, get some sour cream, get some guacamole, and ooh, that's a good looking serving. Just put it all into your gullet there. Yeah, good experience.
Dish.
For the sauce itself, it wasn't an insane amount of ingredients. What I wanted to do with it was take ingredients that naturally have MSG inside of it and braise the chicken that we had used inside of it for a couple hours so that we can really get a very strong, savory flavor to it. So tomatoes have high MSG, mushrooms have high MSG. Before putting the meats back into the pot, I blended everything up with a hand blender to get it nice and smooth so that everything's nice and incorporated, everything's touching the chicken, everything is doing nice and dandy. For the cooking of the chicken, what I had done was inside a large pot, while the tomato puree was heating up and getting itself prepared to be added into the chicken, I seared the spine so that I can get a nice Maillard reaction. I wanted as much fond as I could on the bottom. Didn't really work out in this case because I didn't realize that I had used a aluminum pot instead of a tri-ply or a steel pot like I should have. I got a little bit of browning on the chicken itself for the breasts, the thighs, the spine. Took them all out and reinserted once I had pureed the tomato sauce that they would be braising in.